The First Congressional Youth Cabinet was created in 2008 by Congressman John Larson. It's comprised of 2 students from each high school within Connecticut's 1st Congressional District. According to Congressman Larson, the youth voice provides a unique and valuable perspective on shaping American policy. I'm Nathan O'Leary for Comcast Newsmakers in the Kent McCrae studio at the University of Hartford. Eva Bunnell is the Special Projects and Youth Cabinet Coordinator for Representative Larson, and she is joining Newsmakers. Welcome, Eva.
Thank you.
First question, why do you think that Congressman Larson started the Youth Cabinet?
Well, the Congressman has been a real leader, I think, in the nation in engaging young youth voice. His vision for the First Congressional Youth Cabinet is to provide a genuine and meaningful opportunity for young people to be engaged with their government. He has seen in the past that most often the interactions that young people have had with their government has been really a field trip experience. Right. And this takes them beyond that. The young people on the First Congressional Youth Cabinet have a sustained partnership with the Congressman, and I say partnership in the most genuine sense of the word. Yeah. He had made certain that the structure of the Youth Cabinet was such that the young people and he could create the rules for engagement together. And that's very different in terms of approach of how adults normally go to young people and ask for their input and advice.
That's good. And how do students get involved with this?
Well, they either are selected by a school administrator, a superintendent of schools, but they can also be selected by former, or I should say, senior members of the First Congressional Youth Cabinet also. Now,
students in non-traditional programs, they can also get involved.
That's
correct?
Right. That's right. The Congressman really wants to make sure that he has the perspective of all young people. There are students who seek their high school diploma in different settings. You know, they for instance, Hartford Job Corps Academy.
Right, and like a GED
that's
as
correct.
well. Right.
That's correct.
Now, he speaks a lot about the importance of youth engagement. So as coordinator of the program, what do young people bring to the table?
I think from the Congressman's perspective.
Well, also from your perspective.
Authenticity. What you're going to get is the real deal in terms of what's happening to young people in their communities, what's happening with them in their education and their opportunities for employment. They are going to give their unfiltered perspective on what's happening, and I think that is of the greatest value to the Congressman. You know, there are lots of other opportunities to gather information, but when you get it from the people who walk the walk and are there on the front lines, the young people themselves, that's where you get the best information.
And voter participation, because the goal is to teach them about voter participation. So do you think that this program does give them the sense of how to participate?
That's one of the goals for the Congressman. I think by default that when young people are genuinely connected to their government, when they're interacting and they have some meaningful participation, they quite naturally want to go out and vote. They understand the value of their vote, and they encourage other young people to be involved as well.
So is it encouraged that they take these lessons back to their fellow students?
Absolutely.
They're mentoring.
That's correct. Each member of the First Congressional Youth Cabinet has to sign a member obligation form where they understand that it's not just about them as individuals. I mean, certainly they get a lot out of it as an individual, but they also they are reminded that they are representing the voices of their peers, and that they go back and at each meeting the Congressman asks each member to provide him an update of what's happening in their town with young people.
So they're representatives themselves.
That's
in
correct.
a way. So the Youth Cabinet has been recognized by a lot of other leaders. Do you envision other programs being started?
Absolutely. Since 2012, actually, we've seen 5 more members of Congress create their own Youth Cabinet. The first to replicate Congressman Larson's model was Congressman William Lacey Clay in Missouri. And he, in fact, last year, his first experience, I think, really wowed him. He had a telephone town hall meeting on the issue of bullying where 15,000 households participated in the call.
Great success. Great success. Thank you, Eva Bunnell, for joining us, and thank you for joining us for Comcast Newsmakers. Till next time, I'm Nathan O'Leary.